Hello, Chiefs Kingdom. Well, we finally did it. It took us the almost the entire season, but we wrapped up the AFC West. Once again, 8 consecutive years. The Kansas City Chiefs are the AFC champions. But we're not done yet. We still have a long road to travel. Because what it looks like right now, as we cinch up the number 3 seed, locked in, baby, we're going to host a wild card game, but it's a distinct possibility to get to the Super Bowl. We're going to have to go on the road. But never say never. We've been in this predicament before where we have been a road team, but still come back to host the AFC Championship game. So the hopes are still high.
Could happen.
Although we know how you all know how we feel about our Chiefs.
hmm
We love them, but we're afraid this may not be our year. But we will root for them every fucking week. Why? Because we are true, loyal Kansas City Chiefs fans. And we worship at the
At the
house of
house of
Mahomes.
Mahomes. I was gonna say it.
You nerd. Which, by
Nerd.
the way, that one year that we didn't have the first seed, I believe it was Baltimore that had it that year as well and lost
I
and
do
gave
believe
us
it.
the home
Yep.
field advantage, oddly enough.
I do believe that was the year that you and me went to the Bengals AFC Championship game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Oh, as always, I am joined by 3-time podcasting favorite Chico Noise and the single man on the totem pole with one pod and a room that's still not painted. It is the Chief, Bill Jordan. Hello,
It
gentlemen.
is, it is painted.
It is not repainted like
Like
it's supposed to be.
you like
I'm
hot
just
dogs?
clarifying. I'm just clarifying. It is painted. For those listeners who don't think I have paint on the wall.
There is paint on the wall, and it's a beautiful red and yellow, red and
Yeah,
yellow, red and
it's red
yellow.
and yellow.
But as Chief winds down, living in the old townhouse, he is
Yep.
preparing to get it ready for this to sell. So that room will no longer be Chiefs red and gold. So
On the bright note, the next room will be bigger and better. So that's the
there,
hope.
there you have it. There you absolutely
Yeah.
have it.
Same.
I have a whole new design in my head, so we'll see. I think it'll
Yeah.
be badass when I'm done. And
Um,
not like your, gray walls.
I
Come
know.
on, put some color on there.
Yeah. You listen, Chico. Do you want to say something about that?
About 5 years straight, I've been telling the rocker chick to paint that house top to bottom. She will not do it.
Well,
Just
we're
imagine how
forced to
nice it
do
would
it.
be. I know, but imagine how nice it would be just to paint just one
Yeah.
flat color, change the rooms up a little bit.
Yep. Well, if Jeremy gives me the keys, I can just go in there with the spray can and just do like graffiti on the walls and stuff. And you just come home and act surprised, like, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
what happened? Weird. We better repaint. We
Yeah,
got
I
broke
even
into.
yeah. Why is it red and yellow though? Why'd they choose red and yellow paint?
Why does it
And
say
why
I Heart
It would
Chiefs
get blamed
everywhere?
on me. It would get blamed on me. You know that.
and hold on. And why is the dog red and yellow?
Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't defile my puppers, would you?
I would use doggy spray paint.
There you go.
So wash out.
Well, this week on the show, I am wearing my Indiana Chiefs fan podcast official t-shirt, which you can find on the store at goldenimagent.com.
GoldenMojoENT.com.
That too. Golden Mojo ENT. Listen, man, my head is all fucked up tonight, so you'll have to forgive me. I getting back to work into the first day of the new year. I come home and I just was just dragging, and I said, I'm gonna pull a Phil. I'm taking a nap, and I have not been right since waking up from this nap because Bobby woke me up to go to Aspen's birthday party. Happy birthday, buddy!
Yeah,
Um,
happy birthday.
he is turning 9 today. Dang, where's that time went? Ugh. But anyways, we headed up there, and my whole evening has just been a little weird. So Yeah, goldenmojoent.com, where you can find a really cool Indiana Chiefs fan
Yeah.
podcast t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
What are you wearing?
Can't tell what he's wearing.
This is like the first time I've never ever seen him in not a Chiefs
Yeah.
shirt.
And I didn't realize it till I logged in, and I'm like, son of a. I had a hoodie on. I did have my Super Bowl gray hoodie on before we got too hot. So I am representing the Boys and Girls Club of the Iowa tribe in Kansas and Nebraska.
There you go.
So,
And just
which some,
weirded out. I mean, isn't that the Chief that always bitches at you and me, Chico,
yeah,
about not
yep,
wearing Chief gear during the
I do. And I'm
weird
the guilty party.
guilty?
But down here, I could just pick something up and just put it on. I could turn my chair, 100 ways. I'm trying to figure out what's in this one because this one's longer than the other ones.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a thing all night? We're going to be
It's gonna be
going through
an
stuff.
unboxing. Phil's just gonna unbox his room. Hey, actually set a camera up, record that, and we'll just post it on Facebook.
Yeah, there you go.
Just unboxing everything that you haven't.
Well, then someone will break into my house.
We won't tell them where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, snap. I forgot about that one.
Nice.
Hey, look, 3 of the 5 are still there.
Yeah. But
That's
that
the
was Super
bad.
Bowl.
That's the bad thing about sometimes you buy that stuff with all those players on it, and nutrition is a horrible thing sometimes.
So I
This
learned something.
this is good podcasting right here. Is you with that poster right in front of your camera.
Hey, Jeremy. So
Yo.
when I went in to get in the Chiefs giveaway for the Kelsey helmet,
Uh-huh.
during the game, I'm looking around and I'm like, man, there's a bunch of auctions ending in like 10 or 15 minutes. They're like $35 to $45 for signed memorabilia from decent players.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short is I got a Trent Green signed jersey for $46.
Very nice.
So
Nice.
for those of you that like Chiefs memorabilia and you have the Chiefs Kingdom app, look at it before the game, and seems like everyone's involved in the game forgets about the auction.
Uh-huh. Does make
I could have
sense.
bought 4 or 5 more other things for between $35 to $50, but I was like, nah, I just buy the Trent Green jersey and call it a day.
He's
But
probably actually got one in that room somewhere. He just doesn't know it.
I do not have a jersey signed by him, but I have a picture of me and him,
There you go.
and along with Karen. So it was a
He's
pretty nice encounter.
He's an IU guy.
Yeah, and he's one of the nicest football folk I met. I mean, he literally stood there for 5 minutes as we kept trying to fix our stupid phone cameras. And he was patient, just kept talking with us. And that was during the Castle years. And I remember as we were chit-chatting, I was like, man, I wish you were on the field. And he just kind of gave a big grin, a little chuckle and a grin. I was like, yeah, you want to be down there because you're better. I mean, look at who was it that came off his couch?
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Joe. And
Yep.
he came off the couch and got wins. I mean, shit.
Yeah, he got him in the playoffs. They got a nice little spot. Where are they setting that, Chico?
Mm-hmm.
So kudos, to him.
Absolutely.
Wasn't that the name of the guy in the replacements also? What his name? Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
In the replacements.
Yeah, you got me thinking now. It's Falco.
Oh, okay.
It's Falco.
Damn close.
Yeah, Shane Falco. They're sitting number 5 right now.
Number 5, and they are locked. They're in number
Yep.
5. So good for Cleveland, man. It's nice to see Cleveland back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hey, it could be a flip, man, this year. It could be Cleveland and Detroit. How would that be for a Super Bowl?
Did you see the script release? The script.
The leak script.
Yeah, leak script.
Can I just say that would be a shit Super Bowl? It's not because the Chiefs wouldn't be in it. I'd be like, I don't care for either team.
I'd root for both teams because I do believe, what was it that me and Sarah were going through tonight? Detroit has never actually been in a Super Bowl.
Right.
Neither has Cleveland. and there was two others. There's a Jacksonville, and I can't remember what the other one was,
You
but
you got all four of them. I can't
I
remember who the
did.
fourth one was.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but I know Cleveland was the last pick I had. If I sat and thought
Mm.
about it for a minute, I come up with it. But there are four teams in the NFL that have actually never been to a Super Bowl. Detroit is one of them. Cleveland's another one. So
Eh,
yeah, I'm rooting for them as long as they're not playing Kansas City.
right. And who's been to the most Super Bowls and lost the most Super Bowls?
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. Is that correct?
That's what I was gonna say because I think they lost like 4 in a 5 or 6 year span or something.
They lost four in a row.
Oh,
They
it
went
was in a row.
four
I can't remember.
times and lost four in a row, but I'm not sure how many they've been to altogether. Chico's on it. He is the Google
I was
guy.
looking. I've never been to a Super Bowl.
Never been to a Super Bowl.
Me.
I haven't either. Never been to one.
So
I'm not.
the
I'm
only
not
way
sure I
I'm
can
going.
afford
Browns,
Yeah.
Lions, Jags, Texans.
Oh, so
Texans.
you
Yeah,
you
there was
had the
last one.
3.
I had the three. I got the four talking to Sarah the other night. I was very proud of myself.
So in a roundabout technical way, the Texans kind of have been there, but that's a whole long conversation
Yeah, that's a totally weird.
because the Chiefs were the Texans
Yes.
Yeah.
before moving to Kansas City, and I think they changed their name in 72 or 73, somewhere around there.
No.
So
Who? Kansas City?
yeah, they moved
No,
from
they would have done. They would have done that before they won their first Super Bowl. Before they went to the first Super Bowl, they were the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl one, and that was what 60.
69, 68, 69.
That was the one they won. They went to what in 66.
No, they won in 72, 71 or 72. Super Bowl 4, Super Bowl 4, and Super Bowl 1. They beat Minnesota.
You're right. Yeah, Minnesota, and it
I
was
think it's
not Fran
7.
Tarkington. It was not Fran Tarkington.
All right, Google boy.
He's checking into it.
I want to say it's 72 that we won. And you said 68 or 69.
I think
so
it was
we'll
the
see.
68-69 season. That's what I
Nope.
think.
Nope. Yeah, I know you're wrong. I guarantee you. I'll bet you a beer
Okay.
right now that I'm
Fuck you,
closer.
fuck you and your beer. You never pay up when you lose, so just meh.
Okay, so 67 was Green Bay in Kansas City,
Okay.
and Super Bowl 4 was 70.
So we're
We're
right in the
both
middle.
wrong.
No, but we're right in the middle, basically. Oh, that's too funny. I knew it was the 70s.
1970, 70, 70, 71, or is this was it 69, 70?
It'd be January of 70.
So in a roundabout way,
69
it was the
season.
69 season.
Number of 69.
The number was 69. It was the 1969 season that
Yeah,
they
but
won the Super
yeah.
Bowl. It was in 70, but 2020, the Kansas City Chiefs won the 2019 Super Bowl.
Yeah,
2019 season Super Bowl. So in a roundabout way, I'm right.
You're closer. You said
But
67.
the point is they were the Kansas City Chiefs then.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember when they changed it. It must have been 67 or 66 or something.
I got a trivia question for you guys. What was the score for the Super Bowl 55, Tampa Bay, Kansas City?
30. Hold on.
I don't have a clue. I have no
on.
fucking idea. It
38
was
17.
it was lopsided. Was it even? Did we even have 17?
No.
Oh, the Tampa shit. I'm thinking of never mind, San Francisco. 38 to 9. I don't know.
Close. 31-9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was really, really lopsided. That was a horrible. Our offense was beat up. We didn't have much of a defense, and Tom Brady just fucking tore us up. Period.
Yep.
Well, we were playing with primarily all backup offensive line,
Absolutely.
second and third string. Mahomes was running for his life that whole game.
Mm-hmm.
True that.
I don't believe this story anymore. Run
By
for
the
your
way,
life, Pat.
By the way, they weren't the Houston Texans. They were the Dallas Texans.
Yeah, but still Texans. They had to ask permission to use the name.
Did they really?
Yeah.
They might as well use it, right?
Yeah, I was hoping they'd come back with the Oilers.
I think it's fucked up that Tennessee gets to wear the Oilers uniform.
Mhm.
The Houston Oilers should not be in Tennessee, and they should not put Oilers on their field.
No, it is their throwback,
I
Uh,
get it, but
part of their
still,
history.
it just doesn't seem right
It is their history.
that they left.
Matter
If
of
they
Yeah.
fact,
leave something,
wonder my helmets up there have a Houston Oilers in it if it's old enough.
anyway,
Now,
let's
now,
move on. Let's
now
move
I'm
on.
now I'm curious. You move on. I'm grabbing my helmets.
Yeah, you grabbing something weirdo.
Wrong
Uh,
helmet. Wrong helmet.
so, anyways, we played on New Year's Eve against the Cincinnati Bengals in what was, I mean, pretty much a brawl most of the game. Jamar Chase and L'Jarius Sneed
Oh
pretty much
yeah.
uh, taking any shot to jaw at each other or push each other around through the entire game. Um, I think Snead got on the top side of all that with coming away with the win, 25-17 in Arrowhead on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Um. I mean, I was talking to Coach Rob today, and it was like it was just an overall kind of just a boring game to watch. It wasn't nothing really super exciting happened. Our red zone offense was just horrible. Bucker had 15 points or
Mm.
more,
Bucker had 19 points,
19
and if you go
points.
back and look at the stats, Bucker 19, Bengals 17.
Yeah, the red zone was not ideal, but
No, and
a win's a win. But they got to
exactly.
do something.
And Pacheco had the other touchdown, had the one touchdown, and it was a receiving
Right.
touchdown, but
Yep.
What do you have? 123 yards rushing or something? I can't remember.
130.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it was just kind of one of those you just sit back and watch games, and we actually left for Scott's, and I put it on in the car and turned it so Sarah could watch it, and I just kind of listened, and it was just, oh, there goes Butker, and 54 yarder, there goes Butker, 56 yarder, there goes Butker, 53 yard. It's like, man, I'm happy he was making them all.
Yeah,
I
no,
felt
and
good.
he looked amazing in
Poor
this
dude.
game. Yeah. He does. He likes to go out and score, but he's got the most points on the Chiefs team, doesn't he?
Oh, probably.
I mean, shit, he just walked away with 19 this last weekend. Who
Yeah.
else got points? Pacheco.
Pacheco.
That's it. So, I
Yeah.
mean, 6 compared to 19 in one game. So, yeah, Harrison Bucker is a machine, and he'd be completely 100% had the ball been inflated properly. And what was the reason last week he missed the one? It was the wind, wasn't it? Kind of.
Oh, dude, it was so windy.
Yeah.
That ball like hooked, like
Yeah.
put some spin on it or something.
Looked faster than Karen.
No, but seriously, if we could have just put it in from the red zone.
Well,
I mean,
absolutely.
we would have had,
50
I don't know.
points or
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd been insane.
5 times 7. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And
Railed them.
what's the problem in the red zone?
No clue.
No threats.
Can't throw to
Kelsey gets doubled and tripled in the red zone. MVS can't catch a fucking football.
No.
The only other positive is Rasheed Rice. Rasheed walked
Yeah.
away with 5 receptions for 127 yards on 6 targets.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
wasn't who was back. No, McKinnon's out for the rest of the season, but God, who came back? But I didn't see him get a reception. Shit. He was on the active roster for the game. Have to look it up.
P. Ryan?
No, wide receiver. But he didn't have a reception.
Justin Ross?
No, keep guessing.
I don't know.
We
Why am I playing a guessing game with you? You brought it up. You should know the answer.
I know. I tell you, I don't use my phone on here, but this time I am, just because I'm.
I don't.
we do have an email. Let me read it off here real quick.
We have an email?
Yeah, Coach Rob.
Ah, Coach Rob. He's always great at emailing. Hit me
Yeah.
up, Coach Rob.
He says, Golden J, Chico, Chief. The major problem with the Chiefs this year is the overpriced offensive tackles. My opinion is that
Yeah.
they're causing Patrick to hurry his throws. His internal clock in his head has been off because of these crappy tackles. We need to get rid of Moore, Tony, and MVS. We will win in the playoffs, make it to the AFC Championship game. Chiefs man for life, coach.
I guarantee you, Moore is on his way out. MVS is on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed.
Well, MVS just solidified his way out the door this last weekend. You cannot do what he did. I mean,
Oh,
come on.
McCall Hardman is who I was trying to think of.
Oh, gotcha.
He
Yeah.
was active, but I don't think he had a catch.
He was on the field, though. I saw him a couple times because I
I know,
remember
I'm
calling
just
him
saying
out.
that-
But yeah.
If they're double teaming Kelsey, or if they start double teaming Rice and Kelsey, somebody else has to step up. I mean, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Well, the big one to look at is Noah Gray. I mean, if you're gonna run a three tight end set, and Kelsey's getting doubled and triple teamed, that's gonna leave Noah Gray open. So I'm not sure why they're not looking for him. However, there was a couple times that Kelsey was wide open and Pat never looked at it.
Yeah. Yep. He's getting too used to him just being covered.
Yeah. So, Justin Watson, 41 yards on one catch. He did have two drops. I'm
One
not sure
wasn't
one.
his fault.
Yeah, I was thinking one wasn't, but I mean one was like right there. He probably should have had it, but he was covered pretty well also. But
Yeah. Well,
Pacheco, 7 receptions for 35 yards, 7 targets. So he's grabbing those balls. So but yeah, Noah Gray is a solid tight end, and I think that's
yeah.
a viable option for Kelsey not being there. I mean, Noah does a great job, and he is very Kelsey-esque, if
Mhm.
that's a word. But I'd like to see him heading that way. So, Ricky James only had 1 reception for 6 yards on 1 target, so they only looked at him one time. He had how did he Gunner? How did he do on the punt returns? I was thinking he
He
did.
did good. He did good.
I say the one he had 27 long,
Yeah, he had two that were decent.
so 10 and 27.
But he almost fucked us on that one in the end zone. Why he
Yeah,
caught that on that one baffles me. But he got it at least back up to the 12 or 11. But I was like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Yeah,
So-
once again, it's situational football. You know that you're standing on the goal line, or you should know, and that ball's going to be bouncing into that end zone. Just step out of the way and let it go. So
That
and
happens.
I imagine it's a whole different world when you're on the field than when it's sitting on my cozy couch. But you want to get out there and play, and he's a guy that thinks and he's done well on some of his returns. He wants to get that ball and he wants to get it out to the 40, 50. So, I would imagine that's probably why you fielded it, but yeah, makes it hurt every once in a while, but
Make it hurt so good.
defense steps up again this week with just smothering.
Yeah, how many sacks
Browning.
did they have? Six or seven?
Six. Yeah, they had 6. All right, Gunner,
Yeah.
you want to bring the let's go through while we're talking about sacks. It looks like Justin Reed had 2. I think those were back to back, weren't they? If I remember
I
correctly.
think, I think
think
they
so.
had like 4 sacks almost back to back.
It was one
Yeah.
drive.
Different-
It was one or
yeah.
two drives maybe, like where
Yeah,
they were just
it was
Oh,
badass.
Karlaftis with 1.5, Amentu with half, Wharton with 1, Jones with 1. So I mean, they spread it out, that's for sure. But man, defense was stout again this week.
Yep.
How'd they do against the run? Rushing yards, they pretty much gave up 104 yards. But I mean, Joe Mixon, who was their guy,
Yeah.
21 carries of 64 yards with only a 14 long. So everything else was kind of, well, Jake Browning, the quarterback had 7 for 32. Chase Brown 3 for 5, and Williams had 1 for 2. So we pretty much shut down the run for the most part. 104 yards is really good for
Yeah. I
you
agree.
know, a game.
I will say the Browning actually played pretty well too for
He did.
taking over.
Browning is a really good quarterback, and I mean, if you listen to them talk about him during the game, he has been around this league for a long, long time. He's been a backup quarterback for a long time, so he's been very fortunate to um, pretty much know that offense really, really well going into these last few games where he's had to take over for Burrow. And, he's got that veteran mentality. So he's done very well for himself as far as really paying attention and learning the playbook and knowing situational football. So hats off to him, man. I mean, he was only, what, 19 for 33 for 197 yards, which is
I mean,
not really that good, but I mean, not horrible. 19 for 33.
Yeah.
he's also sacked 6 times for 38 yards.
That's true. Good point. Oh,
Yeah.
damn. So, all right, Chico, walk us through here.
All right, New Year's Eve, Chiefs take on the Bengals at home, 25-17 win. Chief took that one this week. We were all pretty darn close on the guesses there. So,
Yeah.
I was only off by 5.
yep. Chiefs off by 4. I was off
Jeez.
by 11. Coaches actually was closer than all of us. He was off by 3, but if he would have been putting in scores the whole season, he'd be getting points. But Mahomes total yards 245. Chiefs took that also right on the money.
Look at that.
Happy.
Yep. Total touchdowns, he had 1. Golden Jay took that one.
Boom. I got one.
Kelsey.
Is that my
Kelsey,
only one?
I think he has more in there, but Kelsey's total yards 16, which
Jeez, fuck.
coincidentally he needs 16 this coming week also to get to his 1,000. So
All right.
we all just
There you
need
go.
to guess 16 this week. Took that one at 64. He
No
had no
touchdowns.
touchdowns. Chief took that one. Allaire did not play. Pacheco had 130 yards. I took that one with 94. And he had 1 touchdown, which we all took 1 on that. Most yards was
Okay.
Rice with 127,
Jeez.
and longest pass play was 67. So we all took Rice, and then Chief took the long with 39. No interceptions, 6 sacks. Golden Jay and I split that one 2 and 2
Nice.
with a good call on the interceptions there. Most sacks was Karloftis, 1.5. I took that one. Butker, perfect.
Yay.
Good for 5.
Yep. 5.
And Taylor was there.
In the house.
Yep. Only saw her a couple times. So total for the
Yep.
week 12, 18, 16. Total overall 123, 120, 150. And
1 game left.
this
So-
this oh, I didn't mean to do that. This week I was kind of bored.
Is that the
Yeah,
prediction spreadsheet? Right there.
yes.
Look at that.
So I put all our predictions. I went through because I was like, I wanted to make sure I tallied everything. All right. So I went through and I put in everything by
Look at-
game.
Everybody who's listening to this podcast, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing this magnificent game thing that he put together. There's color codes and holy shit.
Yep.
You
And then I
can-
have some all the random stuff, and down here it totals everything out down through here. And then yeah, total scores right here. So yeah,
Nice.
fun stuff.
Looking good.
So
that
that
looks
way
pretty
I
looks
can
pretty awesome.
make sure that everything is peachy.
Oh yeah, but you got to put in week 17 win and the score.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't do that.
Well, the spreadsheet was done. The spreadsheet was done prior to the actual game.
Yeah.
It looks like you actually went in and put everything in afterwards, but
Yep. 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 So there you go. And yeah, let's
Nice.
get into some
it's a beautiful thing.
a
It's a
beautiful
beautiful
thing.
thing. Beautiful thing.
All right, last game of the season.
Ah,
Oh crap, I took did I take the highest amount of points there? No, Chief goes first.
Damn it. 25, 21. Chiefs.
I'm gonna go 31-17. Oh, sorry, you're supposed to go before me, ain't you, Chico? It's all
I
good.
don't think it matters. I don't know how much of our first string's gonna play. I know we talked about this earlier. We need a lot of
Yep.
first stringers in there just for them to keep on playing because they're gonna need that. They currently need the practice going into the playoffs. So I'm just gonna say 24-14. Mahomes.
Yeah. 0.
You don't think he's gonna play?
You don't think it's gonna
Nope.
play?
Nope. We have nothing to gain.
Oh,
All right,
we do
don't want
have
him to get
something.
hurt.
We do have something to gain.
I bet he plays one drive at least. I bet he plays a couple, well, maybe a couple, but I'm gonna say he has. I don't know. I don't want to lowball him, but I'm gonna say he has. I'm just gonna put 100 even, because I don't think he'll play the whole game.
I'm gonna go 101.
So somewhere between 0 and 101, we'll know the winner. 0.
I'm gonna say one.
I'm gonna go 1.
Oh, that's not supposed to say 16.
20,
That's not supposed to say 0.
20 yards.
I'm gonna say he's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be close. I'm gonna say 30. It's gonna be one big play, and then he's gonna say, "I'm gonna go sit up with Taylor later."
Um, man, he has not been productive this year.
Need 16 yards to get
I know.
1,000.
That's
That's why I'm
productive.
saying 20.
That's productive enough. 16 to get 1,000.
Yeah, that's true. Um, I'm gonna go lucky number 19.
Is he gonna have a
0.
touchdown with that?
Nope.
I don't think he will either.
I'm gonna say his one play will be 30 yards for a touchdown. Pacheco,
Hilaire, I will say 82.
you think it's gonna be Hilaire?
You don't think
Yeah.
Pacheco's playing?
I don't think so.
I think Pacheco will
Took-
play, but I think I think
He took
it's
a
going to be
lot of
sparing.
He took a lot of reps last week, so
He did.
I agree. I don't think Pacheco will play. But I'm gonna say that Hilaire's only gonna have like 64.
I'm going to go. I think Pacheco will play first couple, maybe the quarter and a half. I think he'll end up with. I'm just going to go 50 because you guys all went 0, but and I think Lair will come in, but only with like 28.
I'm gonna say 0 because I don't have him.
Oh,
Hilaire
sorry.
1. 0-1.
I'm gonna say one.
What is? Wait
Oh
a
wait,
second.
is that right? Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you know, Pacheco's at 205 carries for 935 yards.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you think they're gonna give him the 1,000
I
yard
don't
year?
know. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's see. What is it? 935 That would be 65 yards. I'm going to change mine up to 65. I think they'll give him just enough to reach his 1,000 yards, but I think he'll have one touchdown. But I don't think Alero will have any. I mean, not running. I think he might have a receiving touchdown in there somewhere, but
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is gonna be a
Ooh,
tough one this week.
yeah, because are they gonna play Rice? Uh, I'll just say Watson. What the
Oh
hell?
man, I was just gonna say Watson. I'll go Gray. You go Watson. I'll go Gray.
Okay.
can you go Gray as he's a tight end?
Oh yeah, you're right. You
Hmm.
can't go Gray. It's receivers.
I'm going to take James. So
I think they're gonna not bench MVS.
They're
they're not
They're
going
gonna
to
say, yeah,
bench
you
him,
go
but
play because we're not using you in the playoffs.
he's still got to catch the fucking ball.
28.
31. Most longest pass play.
I'm going to go 36.
One
Interceptions and
and
sacks.
1 and 1.
I'm gonna go 1-3.
I'm going to go 2-4. I'm going to go out on a limb this weekend.
You're 2 force better,
2 force.
or 1/2.
Most
Oh,
sacks.
shit. 1/2. Yeah. Once again, here's your. Oh,
Karloftis.
It's always a tricky one. Always tricky.
It's not this week.
I'm gonna
This
say
week.
I'm gonna say Jones because he's got some quotas he's got to meet yet. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's a good point. What is
I
what
don't,
is his sack ratio at this point?
I don't know.
but I don't know if they're gonna play him.
Oh, he'll play. He'll
I
play
don't know.
because he wants his incentives. You know what I'm saying? How many games he played?
9.5 sacks.
Yep, 9.5 sacks.
10 is a payoff, right?
Probably.
I think
I think
10
that sounds right. It was
I
10.
think 10 and 15 were
But if
bonus
they
incentives.
but if they take him out, they'll probably pay him anyway.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, that could possibly, but I don't think I'll go with Jones. It's going to be Jones or McDuffie on the edge. McDuffie's had a lot of love, but um,
Yeah. Yes.
oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
There it is.
Booyah.
Let me pull this in because I know we want to talk about this a little bit too. So
I do. You want to break this down, Gunner? Is what some of the scenarios are? We're locked in. Number 3. We're going to host the first wild card game, whatever time it may not be the first, but we're going to be playing the first weekend. We are going to be hosting the wild card game. Now, who we play against, we're still unsure.
mhm. Yeah, it could be one of two things really, and I'm pretty sure that's either us playing Buffalo is what it sits at right now, or us playing either um Miami or Indianapolis somehow. And I can't remember exactly how that breaks down. Um, there's just so much information when you're looking at all this stuff, like going through all the teams and who wins, who loses, who wins, who loses. Some of these teams
Yeah,
have 4 different things that have to happen for them to even get into the
that's
playoffs.
happened with the Chiefs once.
Mhm.
3 or 4 things had to happen, and they all happened. I was like, I can't believe that we got our ass beat. But anyway,
Yeah. So like the Colts will clinch if they beat the Texans. That's all they need to do to keep their spot.
And I think the Texans are the same way. If they beat
Yeah.
the Colts, then the Colts are done and they go into the playoffs. So
Yeah, exactly. So
I gotta say my money's on Houston for that game. CJ Spiller's back, or not Spiller, spoil. What is it? Stroud. Uh, Stroud is back, and he's played the last. Well, he played this last weekend, and it's a different team again. With him as quarterback.
Mm.
So yeah, they were losing because he was out hurt, and now he's back. So I'm saying Houston, I think will take it. Sorry, Colts fans, but I don't see the Colts
Yeah.
beating them.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it pretty much is it going to be Buffalo or is it going to be Miami? They face off this weekend for that number 2 spot, basically. Miami's got it right now, but if Buffalo can beat them, they will take it away from them. And
Yeah.
then it'll happen. Tyreek Hill will get to come back to Arrowhead for
Mm.
his little redemption fucking blah 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 blah. I'm sure that if that's the case, he will run his fucking mouth all week long, and
Yeah.
that's all you're gonna hear about.
Which is
Yep.
fine.
No, I'm tired of it. Come on, man. This is the team that drafted you and made you a superstar.
Yep. I mean,
Put
kept
your
you through your domestic violence bullshit
yeah.
allegations.
So just
So
shut
I
your fucking pie hole. Jesus.
so I think the home teams on the AFC side will win with the exception of Jacksonville. That's my gut feeling for the first
The
round.
first round.
All home teams except Jacksonville. They just haven't been looking good.
No, they definitely haven't. They've definitely looked better at the beginning of the year than late in the year, but um
And Trevor, he's what is shoulder issue,
Yeah.
whatever's going on. So, and even Miami, they're beat up right now. So I don't think they're going to win this weekend, to be honest. They're too beat up. Tua's having issues. Their wide receivers are having issues. Their defense, I mean, mainly due to injury or ailments, we'll say.
So Miami
So I,
wins.
so
Miami
I'm
loses.
betting Miami loses. I'm betting we're going to be playing Miami. Is my gut. Just based off their injury roster and how they played last week. And Tua came out early last week as well. So we'll
they
see.
pull him for reasons, or was he hurt?
Injury, shoulder, as I recall. But yeah, that's why I think Miami's going to be playing KC
Right on.
and KC. That's just my synopsis. You guys can go with yours now. That's my gut.
No, I mean, yeah, that sounds. I mean, I don't know. I think that the Miami Buffalo game could go either way. So
Buffalo's on a roll.
they
So
are.
also,
Buffalo is on a roll. They've been playing exceptionally well the
yeah,
last few weeks, so I can see that. I can definitely see Buffalo coming away with the win, taking the number 2 seed. Miami and Kansas City. Um, like I said, I think that Indy spot's going to be Houston. I think you can scratch
yeah.
Indy out of there and put in Houston. They will be going up against Buffalo, and the Jackson Cleveland thing. I think will stand. And I think Cleveland will walk away with that win. I think Cleveland's just a better
Yeah.
team right now. Joe Flacco has went in and done a great job of settling that team. And I mean, there's still a lot of mistakes. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you still see them if you watch the games, but it's good to see Flacco back. His pickleball training has really done him well to get back into the NFL. So I'm real proud of him there. Um, yeah, I I hate to say it, but man, I'd love to see him get into that AFC Championship. Go Cleveland. So
Yeah.
take out Baltimore. That'd be fucking awesome. I would love that shit.
That'd be
Yep.
nuts. Look at the NFC side.
Man,
Um,
the NFC side is so fucked up right now because I mean, if you look at all of it, San Francisco is just the team to beat.
hmm
They went on a 3-game losing streak, but have not looked back since then. Um, but I still think they're beatable. They're definitely a beatable team. And Philadelphia has shown repeatedly how beatable they are. In all honesty, Kansas City should have beat them on that Monday night. We had sacked Hurts 5 times. We had shut them down. If we didn't just kind of rub our own little butthole with fucking Vaseline and fuck ourselves up, then we probably would have walked away with that victory in at Wiggins Field. You didn't like that? No Vaseline. We did. We screwed ourselves.
Well, and the refs helped us there at the end. Did not help us, meaning the no call. And I'm not talking the end zone one. I'm talking one where they tackled our guy before the ball even got there.
Yep.
So it should have been a PI on like the 20-yard line or something like that.
So I would think this is going to go Detroit, Dallas, Tampa Bay, San Francisco. I think, oh no, probably Philly, San Francisco, and then be San Francisco, Detroit, and then I don't know who's going to win that game. Probably San Francisco is going to go to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, I think most of us guessed that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I do believe if you go back and look at it, I think a lot of us picked San Francisco.
I think Chief had Philly.
Yep.
I remember right.
Repeat. But you can, I mean, you really can't overlook Dallas.
No,
CeeDee
Eh,
Lamb, uh, oh God, I'm drawing a blank on there are a couple other receivers that they have that are really hot. Um, Dak Prescott may not be an elite quarterback, but he's still a good quarterback. So you can't really, snub your nose at Dallas. I think if we're
yeah,
looking at this bracket right now, Dallas will get by Green Bay.
hmm
Detroit will definitely get past the Rams.
I don't know. I'm gonna debate that one. The Rams have been coming on. Detroit's kind of had their ups and downs the last few games too. So
Well, no doubt there. I mean, Detroit's not like a dominant team, but
I
they
don't
have,
know. I'm gonna take the Rams on that one. Is all I'm saying.
Detroit and Kansas City are playing such a similar game
Yeah,
of football right now. It's crazy.
right.
I still think we have the better defense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm taking the Rams on that one. I know you guys are probably taking Detroit.
Yeah, be taking Detroit,
I would probably take Detroit.
which means you got Detroit, Dallas, and then San Francisco and Philly, right? I mean,
Yeah, but
that's what I would say.
I'd definitely walk out with San Francisco over
Oh
Philadelphia.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna debate the other two. I think
Yeah.
those two are solid picks. I think Tampa's gonna give Philly a run for their money based on, I mean, what they lost 3 of the last 4.
Yeah.
Um,
No, 4 of the
so
last 5.
5, thank you. But I
Yeah.
think Tampa Bay is gonna give Philly a run, but I think they're gonna outlast them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
and
that
I think
stupid tush push just fucking ruins it all.
and Dallas, I don't think is gonna have any problem with Green Bay. I think that's the easiest game of the week potentially.
So basically, what you're saying is you think it's going to be Dallas, San Francisco in the divisional or the NFC championship game.
Yeah, most likely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Unless again the Rams keep going on their streak.
Right. Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
they came on strong late. Those are the teams you got to watch for. How many 9-6 teams have gone on to win the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl and win.
We all know it's all
So
about momentum going into the
yeah,
playoffs.
but again, I'm taking them over Detroit this week. I'll reevaluate in 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Let's actually see what the final bracket's going to look like too. We can predict on this bracket as of this week, but that may change again next week. Maybe Houston in there, it may not be Green Bay, it may be Seattle. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I'm loading a whiteboard.
Oh,
I don't know why.
I was just having fun, just to mess with you.
Oh, it's you. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought it was me. I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll sit out.
I thought I clicked something. I was like, okay, what's going on?
All right, guys. So we got the Chargers this weekend on the road in LA,
SoFi Stadium.
SoFi Stadium, the fancy stadium. Um, how are we feeling about this game? I know you guys think they're going to set all or Chief thinks they're going to set all the starters.
I think so. And I still think we're going to win by a 3 to 4 point margin.
Yeah,
I
So
don't.
I mean, I really don't have a lot to talk about in this game except for I hope Kelsey gets his 17 yards,
Right.
whatever. I'm not hopeful that Pacheco
Checo.
will stay in long enough or even play to get his 1,000-yard rushing, but I think it's going to be a game of backup players that play with the first string. A lot of these drop ball issues. Let's see how they do. And I even think defensive starters will be out. Give them a rest for the week after. I'm talking like Jones and damn it, I can't say his name all the time.
Amenihu.
Yeah. I think they'll
Karlaftis.
leave like Karlaftis in. They'll leave some starters in, but I think a lot of them will be pulled or not start at all.
Jones is only 29 years old.
I know.
Jesus
That's
God,
freaking
really?
nuts. Dude looks like he's 40.
So I mean, that's why I say I don't have a lot to say about the game
Yeah,
going
I
into it,
agree.
but
See, now this is where I disagree because I don't think our team has been strong enough to set any of them. Mahomes has not been the quarterback he's been in the past, and we just now started to take out the wide receivers that we were having issues with Moore and Moore and Tony, a quote on IR. MVS is not catching the ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see him not play. But, Richie James, Rashid Rice, Justin Watson, bringing back in Ross, who apparently was on some sort of weird 6-game suspension. And I think that they'll get out there and they'll work these receivers with Mahomes a little bit in this game to try to keep that momentum going into the playoffs. I don't think this would be the best time in the world to stall out this win against the Bengals. It wasn't a beautiful win by any means. Butker walks away with 19 of the 25 points because we can't get it done in the red zone. So I think that they will keep the starters in and continue to work them out because I think they need to be worked out. I think Jones will stay in because he needs that half sack regardless to reach his bonus. Um, and those guys are working well together. I mean, nobody wants to see anybody get hurt, and I totally get why they set these players, but I think that it would be a huge mistake on Andy Reid's part to actually set these guys and then try to relight that fire going into the wild card game.
So I'll counter with one thing.
Okay.
The Chiefs have had the bye for the most of these years, and this gives them the mini bye that they would normally accustomed to. So that's why I say they're going to sit.
I'm with you. And Andy Reid's always better after a bye week, but that's a complete shutdown. This is not a complete shutdown. We don't have a complete shutdown.
No, we don't.
We have time to play. We have time to get out there and get these guys acclimated and learn to, and especially these wide receivers who haven't played a ton with Mahomes in a regular season game.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a thought process, the same as yours. I mean, we'll find out come Sunday what's going to happen and what Andy Reid decides. But I truly believe that that he listens to Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast because if you watch this last weekend, he did take his play calling kind of back to vanilla, which we talked about last week about stopping with all the foolish and crazy plays. And look what happens. I mean, we drove the ball down the field. We're still having red zone problems. Once again, I think I think if you quit trying to run Pacheco up the middle in the red zone and maybe to the left or right a little bit, you might have a little more success in that. Um,
Right.
that's just a thought, just a theory, but seems to me that every time they run it straight up the middle in the red zone, Pacheco's getting shut down big time. So, and that's not again nothing against Pacheco, man. That dude is he runs hard and you can tell that he spent a lot of time in this season kind of slowing down and looking for those holes as we talked about Allaire a couple weekends ago, or yeah, when Pacheco was out, like Allaire was in slow motion going up to that line, waiting for those holes to open. Yeah. uh this last game Pacheco looked like he was actually kind of not hitting the hole as hard. He was looking more for the openings, and it paid out, man. He had a long
Yep.
yard 37-yard run.
Yep.
Uh, it's fun to watch Pacheco run because it just looks like he's just trying to put the afterburners on, but he just doesn't have that. He's got that power. He doesn't have that speed,
Yeah.
like some of those running backs do. But I enjoyed watching him break those couple of them that he had that he broke free, man, just fucking just hauling ass as fast as he can. So that's my theory on this weekend. We will find out come Sunday afternoon, and we will go with whatever Andy Reid decides because that's why Andy Reid gets paid all that money because he has to make these decisions, not us.
Through that.
Chico, anything to add out?
Nope. I agree that I think that our starters will play a quarter or the first half, and then if depending on the score and how we're doing, I think it'll be take them out the second half,
Right.
put in second string, call it good. But I do think Bill's right. I think Kelsey is going to play until he gets his 16 yards. I think Jones will get a sack, and then
That'll be pulled out.
yep,
It's good possible. I mean, it's Andy Reid is really good about paying attention to those stats for those players. And we've seen him leave Kelsey in to games where he shouldn't be because they were trying to get a certain level or whatever. And Andy's really good about that to his players because those mean a lot to those guys. So, hey,
Yep.
real quick question. So Mahomes throws a touchdown pass to Pacheco, correct?
mm,
Um, Pacheco does something and picks the ball back up and hands it to Patrick. Did you guys catch that? I'm just
no.
saying it was really, really strange. Um, Pacheco reached down and picked the ball up off the ground and handed it to Pat like it was it was a special uh
Oh
something
yeah,
special.
he did. That's right. He did give it to Pat after the touchdown, which I thought was weird
Yeah,
because
I thought it was really weird.
What he went like this with the ball and went to the sidelines.
Yeah. So I didn't know anybody know what that meant. So
No.
I just thought it was a little strange. Like it was a very monumental throw or something like that. Maybe a 200 on season. I don't know what it could have been, but so just something I need to look into that. Haven't had time.
Yeah,
Phil's eyes are blue. Do you have that, Gunner?
yeah,
Okay, just checking. But yeah,
good deal.
Jamal Chase, suck
Jamar.
it. Jamar Chase, suck it.
Uh,
Uh, quit running your mouth. Just go play some football. Let your actions on the field fucking speak and just stop. I don't care how badass you think you are. Um, Once again, it's not Burrowhead because you can't have Burrowhead without Burrow. And
uh,
they lost again in Arrowhead. So suck it, Bengals. Hate to see you stay home for the fucking playoffs. Too bad. So sad. But Browning, yeah, did a great job. I mean, he's really done well keeping that team legitimate. So congratulations to him. Um, and yeah, let's get into this last week. Uh, hope everybody had a happy and safe New Year.
it was a long night, but it was fun.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
We hung out at our buddy Scott's house, and Chico went home about 10:30, and at 12:05, I was out the door myself. So,
I think we went to bed at like roughly 3:30.
ugh, I was way asleep by then.
The two others, not Karen and I, but the two others made it to 4:45.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was done.
Yeah, not me. Not gonna get there. All right, guys, well, let's wrap this up. Thank you, everybody, for listening to Indiana Chiefs Fan Podcast. We hope you like. Like us being our opinionated people here. We're giving it our best. That's all we can say. Go check us out on Golden Mojo ENT, where you can get a kick-ass Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast t-shirt just like this one. That's goldenmojoent.com. And go check out all the rest of our other podcast in the Golden Mojo Empire. So, all right, let's get out of here. I just got I
From
messed
our
up,
little
like,
slice of
wait.
Chiefs Kingdom,
Yeah,
right
you know-
here in the great state of Indiana.
Go ahead.
Finish it up.
Oh, you're going. Go.
No. You got somebody needs to finish it. I'm
I only
done.
got one thing to say. How about those?
Cheese and cheeseburgers.
Later.
Thank you for listening to the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean, any of your favorite podcast sites. Be sure to watch us on YouTube. Just search for the Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast. Also, check us out on Facebook for any updates on the Chiefs and all of our weekly posts. You can find us at facebook.com/INChiefsFansPod. Finally, go check out our Golden Mojo Entertainment website at goldenmojoent.com. You can find information about your 3 favorite hosts and all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment family. Those podcasts include The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, The United States of Paranormal, The Golden 80s Podcast, The Murdnerds, and A Court of Books and Booze. Thank you for tuning in, and how about those Chiefs?